It starts with one weed. And then it spreads. Now, this video is not about lawn care, but I said that because it relates to the subject that I have for you in this video. Stick around. Beautiful day here in East Tennessee. We're going to go into Rocky Top headquarters. I'm going to show you what has sold, and we're going to talk about what weeds have to do with your business. Welcome back to Rocky Top, everybody. My name is Ben, the Rocky Top Picker, and as I said in the beginning clip, it starts with one weed and then they spread. I'm going to tell you what I mean by that, but before we get to that, let's look at some sales. We got 10 orders going out for $208.73. Okay, that was some decent sales. Any activity these days is better than none. But I want to get to the subject of the video, and it relates to death piles. You've heard me say in previous videos on this channel talking about death piles, and how this relates to weeds is when it starts with one weed, aka one purchase that you make, whether it be a yard sale, estate sale, garage sale, Goodwill, thrift store, whatever. Whether it's one item or 10 items, it starts with one purchase, and you set it aside because it might be a little more time consuming to list. Then the next weekend rolls around, you know, and you go out and you buy boxes and boxes and carloads of stuff, and then you set that aside. So from what went from 1 to 10 items setting over here has now doubled to 20, maybe even 30 items. And now you have what we call the death pile. Well, ladies and gentlemen, yard sale season has now begun here. And what I want to challenge you to do is, if you still have a death pile from last year's purchases, come on. Why not plow through that? Plow through it, clear the slate, because all you're going to be doing from this point of the year on is you're going to be adding to an existing clutter of stuff. Now, mentally, we all do not have it together, including myself. I do not. But I challenge you that if you have what we call a death pile, make priority to blitz through this before we get into full swing of sourcing this summer at yard sales and all these other things that are going on, all these sourcing events. Because let me tell you something, if you don't, by the time cold weather hits in fall and we're going into winter and you are surrounded and suffocated by stuff, mentally, it is going to wear you out. Now, some of you know exactly what I'm talking about because you've been through it. You may go through that every year. We're all excited as resellers for yard sale season to get here. We get amped up. We can't wait to get out here and hit the sales. The excitement on the going on the hunt. We're excited when we find things. We're excited when we bring them home. And then what do? We chuck them over here to the side, and 3 months later, you have a massive pile, and you're just overwhelmed. Overwhelmed. But you see, we do that to ourselves. You have to be conscious, and you have to make an effort. Now, I don't know how you guys list. Some of you may list daily, every day. Some of you may list every other day, or every 2 days, or every 3, or once a week. I challenge you that if you have stuff still scattered about your house, or in a storage unit, or in your storage unit behind your house, before you start adding to this pile, if you ain't already done it over this past winter, do your best. I challenge you to get in there and list that stuff. Now, if there's things you picked up that you realize, well, after you comp it out, that's not worth your time, then set it in a separate pile, and you yourself either have a yard sale or you go and donate it. And when you do donate, that is tax deductible according to the IRS. But in any way, I'm saying, you've got to be consistent, and you have to be in a mindset that your business, like mine, is a funnel. A funnel. Money in, money out. Inventory in, inventory out. You are not, your business is not a storage unit. You don't buy things and let them just sit there forever. So I'm just want to encourage you that if you've not blown through that death pile yet, and here it is, we're fixing to roll into May, blitz through that thing. I mean, do whatever you can possibly do, whatever time allows you. Blitz through that, because I guarantee you, if we don't do that, ladies and gentlemen, come this winter, we will be bogged back down mentally with stuff everywhere, and we're in a constant state of being behind. So with that said, I hope you would take on this challenge of decreasing your death pile. And not only that, when you bring home your items from sales, try to get them listed that very day or night. You're excited about those items is right when you purchase them and you bring them home. That high of purchasing them is still with you. Go ahead, list them live, draft bank them, get your photos done, whatever processes you use. But take advantage of that purchasing high. The day you buy something, you set a goal. As soon as you get home, don't just throw it in a corner and go lay down on the couch and take a nap or whatever. I'm telling you, it takes due diligence. Do your listing, avoid the death piles this coming fall and winter time, and I'm telling you, you'll be glad you did. I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, if you wouldn't mind giving it a thumbs up, and if you're not a subscriber to this channel, I invite you to do so. It's absolutely free, and you know that I cannot wait to see you right back here with less death pile right here on good old Rocky Top. One final tip before you click off. When you start seeing weeds, you better spray immediately because they spread. This service announcement was brought to you by Rocky Top Lawn Care. Anyway, had to tie that in. Did you see what I did there? Aw, okay. See ya. It starts